We heading out? Let's get going.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
What? Take a look. Until next time.
Need something?
We got rooms and food. Need a room? Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything. Only the most famous warrior... When we arrive, blood is... This is life, brother. The struggle is what... The Circle are the ones who part... That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and... Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the... Skjor says it was more like 40, but where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. All right then.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companion? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
You look strong. Come to your Vasker and be a companion. Thinking I need to train some more. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hand. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight.
Need a ride?
Well, I know the companions make their home here. Their mead hall, your Vasker, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You'd best hurry it up. Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold. Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Oh, let's see, what else? The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Rinking Skeever, just inside the main gate.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. you'll end up like Rogvir. You're just in time to say hello to Rogvir.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Position. Oh,
Svar, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until
Traitor!
your mother comes.
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king.
You betrayed us!
Now that far.
All heart, Vivian.
Traitor!
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Farengar.
Spiced wine for you? It's a family recipe.
The Empress' cousin Vittoria Vici is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
Feel free to make requests.
He died well.
welcome to the winking skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Seems there's always more to be done.
I could listen to him play all day.
Hello, I'm Gisley. But you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
Speaking of harsh, you bards don't cut each other any slack, do you?
Not in our nature.
Let me know if there's anything else you need. What do you need? Okay, got it. I'll just be here then.
I could listen to him play all day.
He's okay. A little breathy and a little harsh on the notes.
Speaking of harsh.
We heading out?
You bards don't
Let's
cut
get
each other
going.
any slack, do you?
Not in our nature.
The Empress' cousin Vittoria Vici is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
Oh, let me just drop everything to help you. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. Take a look.
Finally.
How can I assist, Khajiit has wares, if you have coin.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems. Some come to buy, but others come to steal. Khajiit shows no mercy to thieves. Sugar.
Welcome. If I cannot serve you, an astute question, for we are far from home. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must... The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. You know that our supply is limited. It could be a season or more before we get a new shipment from the south.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and... So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Brigands I can handle. This talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
to act rashly in times.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
I just think we need more information before we act.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If the dragon is lurking in the mountains...
will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, one sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragonstone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that, maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. Don't you forget.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
Huh?
Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a guard. If a dragon attacks, well, then it'll be a different story. Fear not. Come dragon or giant will be ready.
Oh.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists. Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
I envy you the chance to come to Dragonsreach to discuss the ongoing hostility. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also... Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemy, would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure... Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragonsreach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not, as long as I'm left alone to pursue my research. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. I envy you the chance to see the... I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl, if the hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to... Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. It seems this damnable... Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use... Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Take a look. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winter.
The guards in Dragonsreach say you aided the Jarl. On behalf of Whiterun, I thank you.
And deserve our praise, you do, for we are one. Ere you ascended, and the age became nine, you walked among us.
It took me weeks to find out.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. You look rather pale. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ail. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I offer remedies for ailment. What do you need? Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Until next time. It's a fine potion you've put together. If there's anything I can help, you have but to ask. You'll find tonics, herbs, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. I have several. I think I can teach you a thing or two. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Everything's for sale, my friend. Interesting, to say the least. On the one hand, supplies are harder to... But on the other, the scarcity of supply... All that matters is that I have what you need. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political... but without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Take a look. do come back.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone's obsessed with death.
I ain't done nothing.
We're constantly in trouble. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. I don't claim to be... That I do. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenucci? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the... Thanks. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragonsreach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. Have you met my father? He's a steward of the Dragonsreach.
Trust in me, Whiterun. Trust in Heinster, for I am the chosen of God.
What is it, Red God?
I serve Jarl Balgruf. From Adria? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to... Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close. Divine smile on you, friend. Come to Dragonsreach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? That's a decent enchantment, but keep studying. You've only scratched the surface.